nominees: American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Nebraska, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, The Wolf of Wall Street. And the Oscar goes to... We're going to get right back to that in a minute, but to continue the discussions, we have Dee Dee Benke, media analyst Jackie Guzda, and joining us now is actor-writer James Lewis. So thank you so much. Okay, the first question I have for everybody, who's going to win the Oscar?
Wolf of Wall Street.
All right.
That's my pick.
That's your pick?
Yep.
Dee Dee's pick.
I think she's right.
Oh, and I know you don't like the movie, Jackie.
No, I didn't say I didn't like the movie. I said it did not come up to the level of Scorsese's premier wonderful
She loves
movies.
Martin.
I adore him.
I know
I've become
she's...
his sixth wife.
Okay, and James, what do you think?
Dallas Buyers Club.
Wow, okay.
The AIDS issue is a very sensitive one there in Hollywood, and it was treated, the subject was treated in a very positive way. So I think likely it'll get the Academy votes.
What do you think, Mia? You have to weigh in on this kind of stuff.
I'm going to go for a little-known movie, Philomena.
So sweet.
I'm just saying,
So
it's just a possibility. It's a
certainly-
possibility that might go in there.
I don't think so. Not
I
at
don't
all.
think so either.
I don't think it has the
certainly,
votes.
It touched the heart, no kidding.
It touched the heart.
Yeah.
I bet you walked out with tears in your eyes, didn't you? I did.
I didn't.
Well, yeah, I did. I had a few tears in my eyes on that one.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It depends on who does the best marketing for their film. That's the.
Well, that's a big part of it.
That's-
You're right.
It is a
Probably
big part of it.
campaign has become a
Biggest.
big part
But
of it.
sometimes you get that little unknown player that kind of everybody hasn't seen, and you just don't know.
You just like the Brits.
I
It's
like the
all about you. If
underdog.
there's somebody British in something, Mia is on it every time. It's Judi Dench. That's why you
I
like
do like her very much.
You love the Brits.
Well, we
I'd
do
say
have a little
the best
history.
movie was 12 Years a Slave, but I think it's unlikely to win because a lot of the Academy voters are older, and I think it's an extremely sensitive issue with older voters.
That's an interesting point. And we're going to take a look at all the categories, the Best Actress and Best Actor as well. But first, a little history. Now, the first Academy Awards were presented on May 16, 1929, at a private dinner at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel with an audience of about 270 people. The 86th Academy Awards will be seen in more than 200 countries. They're expecting maybe an audience of maybe 40 million. So it certainly has come a long way. What do you think about Ellen DeGeneres? I mean,
I used to know Ellen DeGeneres in my comedy club days.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were a comedian?
No, I was not. I was because I am mentally healthy. I was a waitress at the Improv out in West Hollywood.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, and Ellen was there every night, and I would say, Ellen, you look great. And Ellen would say, oh, no, you're so skinny. I wish I was thin like you. I'm like, Ellen, you look great. You look great. And, and I haven't heard from Ellen in 25 years.
Well,
so.
I think this is your chance. Give her a shout out right
Ellen,
now.
I need money.
I find her.
I think she's okay. I'm just not that big a fan of her. She's just okay. I don't know.
She's okay.
yeah, just okay.
She does her thing.
Solid, but
People
not great.
like her. That's it.
Okay, James, what do you think?
It's tricky to talk to that kind of an audience. I've seen even the best of them, except for Johnny Carson. He was always right on top of his game.
I was surprised that David Letterman kind of bombed on that
No,
one.
Well,
he didn't. He was awesome.
I thought
can't
so,
believe
too.
you said that, Mia.
I thought he was
say that
awesome.
about
I
our
love David
Letterman.
Letterman.
I
thought
thought
he
he
was
was
good.
awesome, but he took too many jibes at the actors.
He took
But
chances.
that's funny, though.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny. No, it's about Seth MacFarlane. Oh, my gosh, remember him? I loved him. I thought he was hilarious.
did.
I thought he was hilarious, but the actors hated him because remember he said all this crazy
He
stuff.
was saying some really crazy stuff. So it's gonna, and I think she's friends with a lot of the people, so I think that if she pokes a little fun, it's not, people don't mind quite as much. Now, I do want to talk about the runway, of course, the most glamorous of all runways, the 500-foot-long Oscars red carpet. Well, it might be a fashion disaster on Sunday. A rare heavy storm on Friday in Southern California has soaked parts of the red carpet that is laid down on Hollywood Boulevard. Now, incidentally, that red carpet is made here in New Jersey, which is where we actually film Fresh Outlook. Just a little bit, another piece of little trivia I'm throwing out there. But this horrible rain that they've had out there, they may not be able to have those fashion pics out there. Just what do you think when you see out there? And I'll tell you, one of the things, I used to have a party and have a red carpet when people come in.
I love that.
And
I
everybody
wanna
would
be
bring like a little
invited.
Oscar
Oh,
dishes.
we'll be there tomorrow.
Oh,
Mia,
yeah.
let us know what time.
That's when I lived in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But do you like the whole glamour of it, or is it a little too self-absorbed?
Or
is
you
it
guys
just
are going to
fun?
love it. I hate the glamour of it. I do want to put in a shout out to Southern California. They have had these horrible weather issues. I mean, their crops are dying. I used to live up in eastern Los Angeles, And you know, you have houses built on stilts. They're predicting mudslides.
Let's go back to the glamour. Do you
Okay,
like
I'm
the
not for the
glamour?
glamour.
Or
I
do
like
you-
reality.
Oh, no, no, no. I love the glamour. This is one of my favorite I think it might be my favorite event. And I went, okay, this is my little bragging point. I went down the red carpet once. When I worked at the White House, I dealt with Hollywood. So I went down the red carpet with Jack Valenti, who you probably knew or know, or knew. He's dead now, but he was really a wonderful guy, and that was just part of my job. So I was able to go, and I'll never forget it. So I love, love, love the Oscars.
Okay, no, James, is that too much on Hollywood, or is it just fun?
I love the red carpet. I loved it when Joan Rivers did it. Now, she must have had too hard an edge because they don't have her anymore. But I find one of the most fun things about the red carpet is that people behind the person being interviewed. You'll see somebody back there doing their nose or fixing their clothes, and I guess they can't cut away from it.
Oh, I gotta go
But you know,
watch
I've got
that
to say,
part.
what I find insincere is that we have awards for Best Picture, Best Actor, but it's not a fair fight. You could have a really good role, and that'll carry you across, or you could have, as I was saying before, a really good marketing
Yes.
department pushing for you.
Yeah, but that's all part of the fun, though.
But
I mean,
it's
you know, you've
not-
got all kinds of factors
Right,
involved.
no, I understand that, and I'm glad you're having fun, but it's just not real. You're not the best actor. It's not
It's
the best
totally
picture.
real.
It's
It
not.
is.
It's
It's
not
fun.
a fair playing
It's
field.
entertainment.
Let's talk about, you said Best Actor, so let's talk about the Best Actor category in a leading role. Christian Bale for American Hustle, Bruce Dern for Nebraska, Leonardo DiCaprio, The Wolf of Wall Street. Now here comes a very difficult name, Chusif
Chiwetel
Ejiofor.
Ejiofor.
Thank you so much. 12 Years a Slave, and Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club. So who is going to get the Best Actor?
McConaughey.
I
Yes.
think you're right
He
about
might.
that.
You heard it here.
You
Yes.
might.
Okay.
Or it's going to be Leonardo. It's either Matthew McConaughey or Leonardo.
Well, and you know what? I love Leonardo, and that's who I'd like to see, but Christian Bale was awesome. You cannot rule him out. He was so good in American Hustle, and he's real big and fat, you know, and he's really a good-looking guy, and he just totally transformed. I thought he was really, really good.
Now
But I
watch
think-
out for a spoiler in Bruce Dern. This is the
Yes.
first time Bruce
Right.
Dern has played a role not playing a crazy guy, and he's close to not being around anymore age. So I think the Academy might, for nostalgic reasons, give him an Academy Award.
No, and what is really strong about what you said before is that the voting members of the Academy, I think the average age is in the 60s.
Okay.
So Bruce Dern, a shoo-in.
Well, I do think that I'm going to lean towards Matthew McConaughey also, only because of the subject matter and also because he did transform himself. He was wonderful in the role. So I think I'm going to lean towards him. But again, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale was excellent. I mean, you know, and the more I love Leonardo, and I love the movie. I think I liked it better American Hustle, but Christian Bale was so good. He really was.
Does it matter though that The Wolf of Wall Street was somewhat controversial? I mean, you used a certain word more than 500 times, and I think a lot of people necessarily didn't appreciate that.
It bothered me. I know what the word
Really?
means, and I can use it in a sentence, but it was overdone.
I thought so too.
You really
I didn't
did.
think so.
I didn't think
it was
so at
overdone
all.
because that was the excess of the 80s. That's what was
Exactly.
going on. I thought
Yeah.
it depicted
I don't
the
think it
true
did.
way.
I think
The
it
language
depicted
fit in.
everybody. It depicted that.
That Wall Street thing
Well,
where
yeah,
they're
the
throwing
Wall Street where they're
dwarves at
putting
the
cocaine
but
and
yeah,
women,
right.
and
But I've-
so they, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
well, we agree on that.
we
for
agree.
once.
No, but I've talked to a lot of Wall Streeters, and they said it was a little bit too much on the other side because not everybody behaved that way.
Well,
But
it's
they did. It was
Hollywood.
based on a true
Right.
story,
It's
and he
Hollywood.
did. So,
All right.
I thought
Well,
it was
we're
great.
gonna have to sit back here and say who was right next week. So.
Yeah.
We'll
All
find
right,
out.
Best Actress. Best Actress in a leading role: Amy Adams, American Hustle; Kate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine; Sandra Bullock, Gravity; Judi Dench, Philomena; and Meryl Streep, August Osage County. And wow, what a category that is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, I mean, you got Meryl Streep. I wouldn't want to go against her, but I don't think she's going to get it this time. Thoughts, Dee Dee?
You know, on this one, it's just about a toss-up, except for Sandra Bullock. I mean, come on. I mean, that was all about the special effects. I can't say
yeah,
that.
but she made so much money on that film. I think she just got a $30 million check one, and she is Hollywood's
Right.
sweetheart, if you
And
will.
she's a nice guy, and people in Hollywood
Yes.
might vote for her because of
That's
that.
true, but the acting, I don't know. I mean, I thought Amy Adams was, I think they're all good. I think they're all good.
Consider that Sandra Bullock basically carried that movie. I think she was on the screen for something like, I don't know, 70, 80% of the time.
Right.
There was so much of the special effects. I don't know. I just didn't think the acting was that
Well,
great.
I think most of the critics are saying Kate Blanchett.
Yes.
She's
Are
so
saying
good.
that
Yeah,
she's
she's wonderful.
probably going to get it. That's I would say 80% of the critics that I've I've read about in the last week or so have said Kate Blanchett, but they said there's a little bit of taint there because of all the controversy that's come under your friend.
Oh,
Woody Allen.
Oh, Woody.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, it's been a long time since
But
he and I were
I
friends.
actually read.
Jackie and Woody Allen are tight.
Yeah, that's my seventh husband.
But I actually
talk
read
later?
something that she shouldn't be punished.
She
Because,
should not.
And so
I would agree
mostly-
with that.
She should not.
Right.
She should
They're
not.
also good. I think it's.
That's a tough category. That's about
Yeah.
the toughest I've seen.
Yeah, but I would love to see Meryl Streep get it. I've seen her do on-stage acting, and she just blows you away. She's amazing.
Another, just a wonderful woman.
Yeah, she's in a category of her own.
But you know, one of the things that can mitigate against her is her character was not very nice.
Yeah.
And when you're sometimes voting, you vote for what you like and what was nice.
I don't know. I think the villain's
Ain't
cool.
a nice character.
I think. I mean, a lot of times the villain. I mean, that's the interesting character. So who knows?
I have actually
you
not
love
seen
Judi
that
Dench,
movie.
right?
Sorry?
Judi Dench.
I
Oh,
like
your girl.
Judi Dench. I
Yeah.
still think that there's a possibility there. Again, going with the older Academy voter, so I'm thinking maybe that she might get this. But James, you didn't weigh in on this.
I didn't see any big strength in Judi Dench. I know everybody else did. I didn't see it.
So who's going to win?
Bullock, I think.
Really?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's the one I think no.
On
Okay.
on the Blue Jasmine, I just don't see what the appeal is.
Well, we'll see next week.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do also want to say that in the documentary category, the lady in number 6 about Alice Hersummer, she was a pianist who is known as the oldest living Holocaust survivor who died a few days ago at the age of 110 years old. Has certainly brought a lot of attention to that as well. And finally, I said to you, I was going to tell you where the Oscar got its name. And yes, the Oscar, there's a lot of different theories, but the Oscar supposedly got its name from Betty Davis, who named it after her former husband.
Right, or the other
Or-
story.
She got to
that-
name Oscar. Wow, what an honor.
Yeah,
She got to just say, hey, I want the Academy to name after my Uncle Oscar.
No, well, the other story is that there was a secretary there who said, you know, that statue looks like my Uncle Oscar.
So there's a couple different ones
so wasn't
there.
Betty's Uncle Oscar?
it
was the
might
secretary's.
have been.
Well,
Either
there's
one.
2 different theories.
Well, it's
so
a cool
you
name
guys.
and a cool statuette.
Right, nobody knows.
So it worked out.
All right, we're
Better
going to
than
come back with
Clarence.
much more. Hang on, we're going to come back with much more.
Clarence.
The lightning round is next. We'll be right back.